Day to being a real man.
And oop.
Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hi.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me on our bed for our little program here. Okay, so Saturday morning at the grocery outlet bargain market, or the gross out as we like to call it, there was a little bit of a heated confrontation. Oh, it was like crossfire up in here. So what had happened was Carla was checking us out, spelled with a K, and she started talking. She's a dyed-in-the-wool liberal, and that's fine. We don't care. But she started going off about Trump defunding PBS and NPR, and she always does these little asides to you because you two are cut from the same cloth. You are similar minds and veins. But she always brings up these hot button issues with you, and then you don't quite know how to react.
Yeah, a lot of times I'm not like up to date with what she's talking about. I don't watch the news every day.
Yeah.
I'm not with the current events like I should be. So she'll bring stuff up or she'll throw a name out there and I don't know what she's talking about, but I just kind of smile and nod, or if she's angry, then I'm angry. If she's happy, I'm happy.
You throw in a "that's crazy"
Yeah.
here and there. So she starts going off about PBS and NPR. And then the guy behind us, he said, no, Trump can't do that. Trump isn't going to do that. And Carla's like, oh, he can, and he is. And he said, no, that's not happening. He can't do it. And she said, I have the Constitution in my car. Do you want to take a look at it? And we were like, wow.
I bet she does have the Constitution in her car.
Is it rolled up like a Dead Sea Scroll with a bow tied up around it? And then, so they start going back and forth, and I was just like, this is so weird.
Yeah, why did he feel the need to jump into the conversation she was having with the people in front of him in line?
Yeah.
I would never do that. I would never just interrupt a conversation, especially at a checkout.
Right. It was so, we were just like, we were like the kids in a marriage where the parents were fighting. And so they go back and forth. And so Carla's on lane one because she's number one in our hearts, honey. But she started yelling at the guy, why don't you go to lane two? Why don't you go to lane two? And I was like, ooh, this is juicy.
It was hot. It was heated. She was scowling. I was not, I didn't know what to do. I was scared.
Yeah. I was hoping for more. It was like X, formerly known as Twitter. In real life, people arguing and nothing getting solved. And the arguing goes into infinity. Well, I love Carla. We love Carla, but I don't understand her thing, being so open about her political views. I don't understand this guy wanting to disagree with it. The back and forth, whatever.
Yeah, I cannot fathom speaking like that when I'm at my job.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's just like at an age where she's past caring. She's close enough to retirement now. She's like, whatever.
Yeah.
She just says whatever is in her heart.
Yeah. I definitely think that's what's going down. And most people either agree with her or just smile and nod. But yeah, it was juicy. It was good stuff. It was exciting. And then we went outside, and a homeless guy in the parking lot, he asked me for the time. I didn't understand him. And I just said, no, man, because I thought he was asking for money or whatever. So I said, no, man. But then you came at me and you told me he asked for the time. And I was like, okay.
Do you think that was a segue into asking for money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's like the people who sell like high-speed internet when you're walking around Costco or Walmart. They say, hey, can I ask you a question? And you say, yeah, because you think, hey, where are the potato chips? And they say, who's your high-speed internet provider? And you go, oh, no, this is one of those. And then the next day in the grocery outlet bargain market parking lot, there was another unhoused gentleman, and he was walking around with like rags and some sort of blue liquid in a spray bottle I don't know if it was Windex, but he said, he was asking everyone. He came up to us and he said, "Hey man, I'm trying to get a room tonight. Can I wash your windows?" And I was like, "No, man, no." But I admire
Oh yeah,
that he's enterprising.
right. He's trying to exchange a service for
Yeah.
a little cash, and
Yeah.
that's great.
Do you think he would do how? But I was wondering the quality of the job. Would there be streaks?
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
I'd be like, do a little test run on this corner of the window, and let's see how your Windex game is, man.
But he did just have one rag. That would get dirty
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah. And then we went, and how much would he want? $5? $20? When you watch movies in New York City, and there are always people coming up, "Can I squeegee your window? Can I squeegee your window?" I wonder how much they want. Probably like $20 or something.
Wow.
Depends on quality.
You washed my entire car for $3
Yeah.
at the
Oh yeah.
self-service wash.
Yeah, yeah.
So $20 for some Windex on my windows.
That you know what, that guy should just stand by the self-service and say, "Hey, you sit in your car and give me some change, and I'll get the spray washer going, and I'll do you right.
Yeah.
I'll do your whole car in 4 minutes, and then you pay me $10 or whatever."
Heck yeah.
What a good idea. I'm full of good ideas, honey. And then we went to the Costco parking lot, where there was another confrontation. Can you set this one up, honey? Well, first of all, when we go into a parking lot, this is where our love diverges. I find the first open space, and I park. And it could be a quarter of a mile away, it could be 6 miles away, but I'm like, I'm ready to park. I'm ready to walk into the store.
I am trying to find the best spot.
You like to mosey.
I do. I want it to be close. Preferably some shade.
Yeah.
I want it to be a spacious spot.
Yeah.
I have some criteria.
You like to snake around the parking lot. You like to bob and weave. And it was super busy. It was 10 a.m. ish. And so we see someone pulling out. So you're the first one.
Yep, I'm there. I turn on my blinker so everyone knows.
Yeah.
And the parking lot was super busy, by the way, because we didn't go before they opened.
Right.
We got there a little late, so it was a madhouse.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there waiting patiently for this car to pull out. Mm-hmm. And at the other end of the aisle, opposite from us, someone turns down, and they've turned on their blinker.
Yeah.
Like they're about to take my spot.
Yeah.
And I said,
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say that, but...
It was a Tesla, and I sized him up, and I was like, okay. Stereotypes come from somewhere, but I was like, okay, this guy, this things may get out of hand here. And I said, and the person pulling out, I was like, well, it depends on if he pulls out and then goes towards us, or if he goes towards the Tesla. Because if he goes towards us, Tesla has the advantage because we're blocked.
Right.
Tesla could pull right in. So I'm like, I'm going to get out. I'm going to get out of our car and protect our parking space. Now, person pulling out, turn towards us. So we were at the disadvantage. You had the high ground. Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. But I said, I'm going to get out. I'm going to protect our parking spot. Protect my wife's parking spot. And I got out. And as soon as I got out, Tesla guy, he waved you in. He was like, oh.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, no bad feelings.
He didn't want none of this, okay? He don't start now, won't be none. I lived, honey. I'm really strong. He probably got super intimidated. Now, if it wasn't a Tesla, if it was such as a raised Ford F-250 with giant tires, I would have been like, I would have been ducking down like, go park at the Wendy's 2 miles away, honey. I'm scared. And don't tell them you saw me. But did you like my chivalryness, honey?
I did. I didn't want the situation to escalate.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to be in the parking lot fist fighting anybody. But I appreciate you defending me, defending our car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how it would have gone if he got upset, if he was the type of guy to get upset. because I'm not that person. I'm not the violent type or whatever, but we had the right.
Yes.
It was our freaking parking spot. And so if he was going to cut in, that's not playing by the rules. And I don't roll like that. And so it would have been good. You better have been on your phone filming the whole thing so we can go viral on TikTok and be covered by Edie Lambert on KCRA News. It would have been something, but I stand my ground. I stand for your parking spot, and I protect you. I protect my woman. I protect my woman's parking spot. I really surprised myself. I was like, even though I said I'm gonna get out the car, I was inside my head. I was like, am I really gonna get out of the car?
You surprised me too.
Yeah,
that was a little out of character for you.
Yeah, I know. But once I saw a Tesla guy, I was like, I could take this guy if it comes down to it. If it comes down to fisticuffs. So yeah, we got the spot. He let us go because I'm intimidating and I'm really strong, and I'm buff and I lift. Our new thing at Costco is the Tattooed Chef sheet pan vegetables. Take a wild guess at how much it weighs, honey. How much?
3 pounds.
4 pounds.
Ooh.
It's 4 pounds.
It's a chunky thing.
Yeah, it lasts us 2 servings, and that's tons of vegetables. But it's a lightly seasoned blend of Brussels sprouts, sweet potato, broccoli, florets, red onion, and zucchini. What do you think about these, honey?
It's really good.
Yeah.
And it's easy. You just throw it on a pan and bake it. It's already chopped and seasoned and everything. So I am a big fan.
The Brussels sprouts are perfect. They're how Brussels sprouts should be, which are beaten to a bloody pulp and super soft. And I like the sweet potatoes. Those are, they give it a different little spin. But you put it in 30 minutes, 40 minutes?
40.
Yeah. And like everything becomes soft, like baked potato soft. So it's like you're eating a bunch of carbs, but they're vegetables. And then the other thing is that everything's burnt.
Yeah.
Well, not everything, but
they're like half burnt, half soft and squishy.
yeah.
It's a really weird combo, but it works.
Yeah. We ate it Saturday and Sunday night with the Del Rio Carnitas. Best dinners ever. But yeah, soft and burnt. We like it like that. And then we also did a bike ride this weekend. And so we went down to Southport Town Center to the Dollar Tree. Now, again, this is where our love diverges, honey. How are we going to make it? How do we lock up our bikes? Because I was of the opinion that we should just put our bikes as close as possible together and then put a lock around them. We have like one of those chain locks. But you had a different idea. What was your idea?
My idea was to put the bikes together with the lock, but to actually lock it to a pole or something stuck in the ground.
Yeah.
It is a deterrent if the bikes are locked together.
Yeah.
And just like leaning against a wall.
Mm-hmm.
But
or on the ground.
It still makes me uncomfortable with your way that they wouldn't be connected to anything sticking in the ground. They'd just be 2 bikes together that someone could move and take.
No one's going to be carrying around 2 bikes.
Oh, I think someone would. Or 2 friends.
Yeah.
One take each side.
But how are they going to get the lock off?
They'll take it home and then they'll cut it off with a saw.
Bzzz. Well, it is a problem because there's no like bike metal storage rack thingy where you can park your bike and tie it up to that thing. But we ended up just putting both our bikes close to a lamp post.
Yeah, we had to walk down a couple of stores away
Yeah.
from the Dollar Tree to do this.
Yeah.
There's nothing around the DT.
Yeah.
The lock barely fit. It
Yeah.
was like a really tight squeeze.
I didn't think it would fit. And so the whole time you were blocking our bikes up, I was like, it ain't going to fit. Because that's my favorite thing. I like to point and criticize and laugh. And I was like, it's not going to fit. This isn't going to work. Worst idea ever. And then it magically locked. And I was like, alrighty, well, never mind all that. Delete that from your hard drive. We both bought our mom Mother's Day cards. you're on the record as being saying Mother's Day is performative, honey. Are you softening up in your old age, or what's going on?
I do not like Mother's Day or Father's Day. Yes, I think they're performative.
Oh dear.
But what's happened is you've shamed me and you've forced me to acquiesce. So I made the decision on my own that this year and from here on out, I am going to participate in the capitalistic celebration of Mother's Day.
Yes.
So I'm here. I bought my mom a card.
You saw her today. You didn't give it to her. Are you going to mail it to them?
I'll either mail it or I don't know when we're going to see them.
Yeah.
But yeah, one way or another, I'll get it to her.
Yeah. I'll mail my mom her card mañana. We have to fill those out tonight. Fun fact. So Dollar Tree is now $1.25 and they have $3, $4, and $5 items also. But the cards are still super cheap. They have, but one side of the greeting card aisle is 2 for $1. For the Mother's Day cards, birthday cards, etc. But on the other side of that aisle, it's one card for $1.25. Now, the 2 for $1, I don't know who's writing those, but they're not funny, they're not clever. Like they're like interns or something at Hallmark. They got no sense of humor. But the $1.25 ones, they know how to make a punt.
They're worth 75 cents more.
Yes. Well, I think it's just like LeBron James versus whatever a bench warmer, the 12th man on the Lakers. The $1.25 cards is LeBron James, and then the 2 for $1. That's rookie moves. You want to stay away from those. Go for the $1.25. Frankie vomited, honey. What a better way to wake up my Saturday morning. Operation Fat and Frankie, how's it going?
He has gained about a half pound.
Okay.
Lennox weighed him last night. He's definitely eating a lot more.
Yeah.
We're feeding him more frequently, slightly larger portions.
Yeah.
So he's on his way up.
Okay. He's pooping more. Although our number 2 listener, Celestine Ford, our number 2 listener who isn't related to us, she says that using better cat food will mean less poop, smaller poops. So should I be buying expensive? Should I be buying who's the blonde girl on Big Bang Theory? She has her own pet food.
Oh, wow.
Lindsey Vonn has her own pet food.
What?
Everyone has their own pet food. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Katherine Heigl. That's her name, right? From Grey's Anatomy.
She has her own pet food?
She has her own
That's
pet food.
crazy.
I know.
I don't know that I'm willing to splurge anymore on the pet food.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it?
I'm definitely not going to splurge. Heck no, techno.
We'll deal with the poop.
Yeah, the poop's fine. It's fine. Recently, I've noticed that the words kind of annoy me. So if people say kind of, like, I'm kind of hungry for a grilled cheese, just say you're hungry for a grilled cheese. Or I'm sort of hungry just say you're hungry for a grilled cheese.
Commit.
Yeah.
Commit to whatever it is you're saying. Go all in.
Yeah. It's kind of like you're insecure about being 100% about something, and you're trying to, like, you're hesitant. And I would say pretty much is in that category too. Basically, essentially, we were basically walking a mile. Just say you walked a mile.
Yeah.
This road is pretty much parallel to that road. Just say they're parallel, even though technically speaking on Google Maps they're not 100% parallel. Just say they're parallel. I mean, just who are you essentially kidding?
We're all trying to speak accurately.
I know.
I guess.
I know. I have high standards when it comes to English. What we're watching, Bad Influence, honey. This is a documentary on Netflix. Bad Influence, the dark side of kidfluencing. It's about YouTuber Piper Raquel, spelled Rockelle, who Luna used to watch back in the day. She was not a huge YouTuber, but she definitely had a following. And then controversy ensues. What did you think about this story, honey?
I thought it was interesting, and it was a good documentary to watch. I think this is an issue that something needs to be done about it.
Yeah.
The YouTubing and all these other apps where people are filming their minor children,
Yeah.
and forcing their minor children to make content
Mm-hmm.
to earn money. A lot of the times these kids are the breadwinners for the family. There's a lot of pressure on them
Yeah.
to keep going, constant,
Be
putting out content,
Be outrageous, be sexual.
like constantly raising the bar
Yeah.
because you have to be bigger and crazier than your previous videos,
Yeah.
and you have to be more scandalous and
Yeah.
sexy.
Yeah.
And there's not much government regulation or any. It's not like television and movies where the sets are really regulated, and
Right.
there's a lot of laws.
Where you get breaks, you get food.
You have to have a teacher on site.
Your parents are on the set.
They were saying in this documentary that this girl, Piper Raquel, like no one knows the last time she ever had any kind of schooling.
Right.
Because her mom had her making videos and
Yeah.
content from the time she was 7, 8 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. It was about... It's a tale as old as time, exploiting kids in the entertainment business. But because it's the digital realm, they're just... It's the Wild West. Another point I liked was Taylor Lorenz, who is like a commentator gal on new media, if you want to call it that, YouTube, TikTok, etc. She said back in the day, fame was you made a movie, you were on a TV show, you put out a music or whatever, an album. But now, so you were a character or an actor or whatever. But now fame and celebrity is you being yourself, or like yourself times 10 or 100 or whatever. And she brought up the beginning of reality TV, of Survivor and Big Brother. And we're still, as a public, as fans, we're still kind of noodling through that. We're trying to square with it because it's different. It's a different kind of fame, although movies and TV fame has only been going for 75 years, 100 years. But the digital fame, it's new, and we don't quite know how to deal with it yet. I thought that was a good point. But yeah, the mom is a monster, and then her boyfriend, he's just complicit. But Piper Raquel, she doesn't have an OnlyFans. She has, I forget the name of it, Good Fans or whatever, but it's similar, where you put out more risque content to subscribers. But lots of people who were in her vlog squad or whatever, who were telling tales, exploitation, and it was just miserable. But I thought it was good documentary. The third episode was a little bit much.
Yeah, well, like any documentary, it could have been only 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Piper Raquel is just turning 18 this year.
Yeah.
So she's still very young. I was reminded a lot of Brooke Shields and her relationship with her mom when it was showing Piper, and especially in statements that Piper's released currently in response to this documentary. Like, Brooke Shields is still she speaks highly of her own mom, and she's still like very forgiving, and that's going to be another effect that these kids have, is like the dynamic in their relationship with their abusive and exploitive parents, and they're going to have to face that as they age.
Yeah. It's no good, but I don't know. What goes through the moms' minds? They get a little taste of fame and power and money, and they just say, well, to hell with being a parent.
Yeah, there's that. And then Piper's mom specifically, Tiffany, she seemed really emotionally immature, like acting like a teenager herself, and being really inappropriate with the kids, and like sexual, like, and just joking like she was their peer instead of being like an adult.
Right.
That on top of seeing how much money and fame she could get through her daughter.
Yeah. Alrighty. It was good.
It was good.
It was bad. It was good. It was good and bad, just like all great true crime documentaries. Okay, we're done, honey.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for $1.25 Dollar Tree cards. We don't have a promo code for Dollar Tree cards. Goodbye, my parasocial podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have almost went toe-to-toe with a Tesla guy, but I'm protecting my lady. I'm protecting our parking spot. See, if you would just grab the first available spot, honey, when you pull into the parking lot, I wouldn't get into melees with various guys. Let us know down in the comments section. Do you like to snake around the parking lot and look for the closest spot and waste time? Or do you like to walk too flippin' far? Let us know down in the comments section below. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day / night. Bye-bye.
And oop.
Ooh!
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy tender? I can't eat no longer.
And oop.